While I'm getting ready, it is 20 minutes to 1 o'clock in the morning. I cannot sleep. What am I trying to tell you in this video? It is about Via Ferrata. What Via Ferrata is. Almost 1 o'clock in the morning. I slept 4 hours. I was tired. I just decided to go to bed, not to let myself distracted by social media, phone, tablet, laptop, PC. I slept 4 hours, woke up, and now life is boring. Without social media, life is boring. At least when you're at home, definitely it is boring. And this is where I'm aiming with Via Ferrata. Via Ferrata is a great way to disconnect from your device and this time-killing, potential-killing, time-wasting environment around us, everything that we have around us. Social media is not healthy. We spend who knows how much time, each one of us, around that. We think we have friends. We don't. I can tell you that. Yes, when you are in school, you have no choice and you spend time away from the phone, less and less, but you do. Then you might be in university, do the experiences with the boys, the girls. But then when you start a job and you get older and older, you spend more time into this trap than ever. I think this is not straight, but it doesn't matter. Via Ferrata is an activity that definitely will take you away from your device. There are many trying to do the same, to show how great they are on social media by taking pictures and videos and saying, oh, how amazing I am. Pay attention. Via Ferrata has levels of difficulty. You can start, I have a larger and a smaller eye. Via Ferrata has levels of difficulty from easy to extremely difficult. If they go on a level B or a level C is still doable by a random normal person who might never been out, up the couch, out the door is there, up the couch, out the door, into the outdoors. If they go on a level B, definitely, in my opinion, anyone can do, almost, because you have clinical cases where people really sick and they cannot do that. But excluding them, in theory, a large majority can do a level B without too much trouble, as long as they understand the rules of Via Ferrata, what has to be done and how to take care of themselves, and they can stay on their feet and climb a bit. It should be doable for anyone. And then you have a level C that is a bit more difficult, more exposed, more complexity. By the way, don't judge me on how I dress. It is 1 o'clock in the morning. I definitely nobody will see me. It is as functional possible. By the way, what I'm about to do now is 11 kilometers walk. I'm trying to recover and get strong back again and lose my weight and so forth. I was supposed not to eat yesterday, but I failed. I did the 11 kilometers at 4 o'clock in the morning yesterday, and my joints, it is hard. I can do it. I have a resilience, I have a will, I have the strength, the power, but the joints don't work. And I was scared around evening. I felt too much pain and I thought I should eat something with protein to help recover. Maybe I already take some supplements for the cartilages. That one I did. And also I was bored because I don't want to spend more time on social media. For the past years, while going through trauma and other things, I did that. I wasted a lot of time like that. But now I think I'm healing. I think I'm getting better. So life is boring. Hence, these things like Via Ferrata make sense. Going back, levels of difficulty. Level D, if you ever hear about a level D, you have to be concerned. You have to start thinking about your fitness level, your capacities, fear of heights, upper body strength, and so forth. Level D is no longer easy, I can tell you that. I started my Via Ferrata journey with a level D. Maybe we'll do a remember video or going back video, maybe soon. We'll see about that. Level E, definitely not for anyone. Definitely. That one becomes to be extreme with complex, hard to do, hard on the upper body or exposed on the vertical, dangerous segments. Now level E becomes risky. And then you have level F, which, no, that one, you have to have training. I myself many times stay away from level F because, well, at least in this period of a time when I know I'm out of shape, definitely I will stay away from level F. Did I told you what Via Ferrata is? Not really, yes, a bit. let's go to that idea. Via Ferrata is an activity that is meant to take you away from your device, which is the best description of it. It is why you should do it first of all. It helps you with your health, mental health, to see life from a different vantage point. It helps you to train your mind and body the right way, to stay healthy. Now, Via Ferrata, the name is coming from the Italian via and ferrata, which is a road of metal, plus minus. This is a path of metal. This is how we can translate it in English. I think I can better translate. Italians might be better than me at translating that, and I'm next best thing at translating what Via Ferrata is, a path of iron, of metal. And what this means is, on Via Ferrata you have a cable, a steel cable going from start to end without interruption, or let's say it differently. Of course, sometimes it interrupts because maybe the cable ends, maybe you have a section where you don't need that. But the idea is, everywhere you need safety, there is this safety steel cable where you can clip your carabiners, because you have a safety equipment that clips to that cable, and in case you fall, you are always connected to that cable. You don't fall to the ground, you fall into that cable. And then it have other metal elements that you use to help yourself, aid yourself to advance up to the end of it. There is two types of building Via Ferrata, the French style, the German style. One helps the climber to pull him or herself up fast. The other one forces the climber to be more technical and use the other metal elements and the rock more. The French style is loose with loops at the anchor point. Anchor point means the safety steel cable needs to be fixed into the wall, right? And you do it from meter to meter, 2 to 2 meters and so forth. And that is an anchor point transition, because when you move your carabiners on that cable, you get stuck. So you have to move them above the anchor. When you do that, it is why you have 2 lanyards, 2 carabiners, because when you do that, you move one at a time to always be connected, and you clip one and then disconnect and clip the second. This is the anchor point transition. The loops here, the idea of the loops at the anchor point is, in case you fall, you'll fall on the vertical. The carabiners will not fall on the anchor, and there is less risk for the carabiners to break. Of course, there is many other things into the system that can break into your safety system. But yes, let's say it. So this is the French style. It is meant to increase safety from this perspective of falling, and then to increase the difficulty. But German style, the safety steel cable is well tensioned. There is no loops, and it almost doesn't move. And you can use that as a rail. You can grab and help aid yourself to advance. Different concepts, different efforts put in to progress and complete the route. This is Via Ferrata. It's interesting. I encourage you to consider doing it. Disconnect from your phone. Don't go there to brag. I've been on a Via Ferrata. On a B level, any idiot can go. So your pictures don't help too much, but if you do a good deed to society and invite more people to go and do it, then that's okay. That is allowed on social media. Stop deceiving people by pretending to be more than what you really are. I can tell you from personal experience, to stay a lot on the outdoors, it is very hard. It costs a lot. It requires a lot of discipline. And yes, you might be able to do it if you live next to a mountain, and well done to you. If your situations allows, but this is very rare. This is very rare. So whomever knows they do this for a living because it is their context should accept that reality. Whomever doesn't should stop bragging and deceiving people, because social media these days, it is so deceiving and misleading. Yes, this is what Via Ferrata is. The iron path, the path made of iron. You go up on the mountain, 100, 200, 300, 500 meters more. Everything becomes small at the base. Usually you don't see the base. Sometimes yes, like Muren, it is why everyone goes there. Probably it is one, there are a couple of other Via Ferrata as exposed, but it is one of a few that are really exposed, and you can see the drop, because otherwise, usually the way the mountain goes is you climb a peak, then you walk a bit or descend, climb more and more, and the farther away you go from your start, the less you see behind, because it is up and down, and it is not an up and down on the same vertical. It keeps going on the diagonal. So you go farther and farther away from the base, and you no longer see the start. You see the last peak practically. It is why when you start climbing mountains, you should never think, oh, where is the peak? I can see it. Once I'm there, I'm done. No, once you are there, you'll discover the next climb, and then the next, and then the next, and then you realize, oh, this is hard, this is difficult, I should have considered better if should I climb or not this route. So yes, the horizon keeps getting farther and farther away on the mountain. Via Ferrata. Summer comes, spring comes. If I was you, I will make a plan to go on a Via Ferrata.